Hey guys, it's Juliana and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be taking you guys behind the scenes of what it is like recovering from the 2026 Boston Marathon, which I ran 2 months ago at this point in 2 hours and 58 minutes. So without further ado, let's hop right in. So we flew back from Boston the day after the race, and this first week back to running was honestly so tough. But it was Nathan's 7th birthday, so I wanted to make sure to take them out for all of the walkies that they deserved. One thing that I never really do is just chill and snuggle on the sofa with the dogs, just like reading and relaxing. So I really wanted to make an effort to do more of that right after the race as I was relaxing and recovering. Okay, so we are now roughly 3 days post-Boston. I don't feel too sore, which is awesome. I've been taking the dogs on pretty long walks for them in the mornings instead of doing my typical run, and I've also been sleeping in, which has been amazing, although Calvin has been setting a 6 a.m. alarm that he hasn't been getting up to. So instead, I've been getting up to that alarm. So I've at least been able to sleep kind of like an extra hour or so. So that's been really nice. But anyway, I think it's really important to just get in a little movement after your marathon. Some people like to run. Some people take a week, 2 weeks completely off from exercise. I tend to do something kind of in the middle of that. I like to just get in a little bit of slow movement and walking and just stay active, but I don't get back to running until about 4 or 5 days after my marathons. And then from there, I'll end up getting back into easy runs. So I'm gonna take you guys all around and show you what it's like getting back into things following the Boston Marathon. Okay, I'm just popping back on here really quickly because as you can see throughout this vlog so far, I've been using this awesome little camera that I am completely obsessed with, which is the Insta360 GO Ultra. This tiny little running camera is honestly so amazing, and I use it, as you can see, for so much more than just running. If you've been following my channel for a while, you can see how I use it throughout my day, how I can always get these awesome POV shots no matter what I'm doing. It's super cool. It has a bunch of different attachments and accessories that you can use, and it's also perfect if you are a new YouTuber or a shy vlogger like myself. It's really great so you can just take it out in public since it's so tiny, and it actually becomes even smaller. So you can actually pop this little guy right out of the body and you can just take this. So literally when I go on my runs in the morning, I just pop this in my pocket and I can just go out, capture all this amazing footage. When I'm running, if there's anything that's magnetic, like a pole or a fence, I can just pop it on there and then run by, so I don't even have to have anyone come with me to capture footage while I'm running. So it's truly an awesome camera and I'm completely obsessed. The other thing that I love about this camera is that with all these different attachments, one of my favorite things is using the little selfie stick. With that selfie stick and just with the range of the point of view on this camera, you can really get such a wide angle shot that makes really awesome cinematic footage, and you can take a bunch of different creative angles and all different sorts of setups. So it's a super cool camera. I am very happy that I have this because I don't think I'd be able to capture such amazing running footage without it. So if you are interested in getting an Insta360 GO Ultra, they are having a 20% off sale right now. So you can use the code jujurunsit at insta360.com and get your very own Insta360 GO Ultra. So let's dive right back into the vlog and you can see some more amazing footage with this camera. Oh my God. I always tell myself that I'm going to do so much work the week after the Boston Marathon or the weekend before. And then I never do because going into the race, I get really excited, but now it's obviously the week after and I'm recovering, but I'm like looking at all this footage online and I'm like, I don't know if it's because I'm about to get my period or what's going on, but I'm like literally being brought to tears looking at all of this different footage of all these amazing and inspiring people. It's really inspiring to just see all of these awesome people coming together and supporting one another. And after I finished Boston, and honestly, even during the race itself, I was like, there is absolutely no way that I am ever going to do this again. And then now, 3 days later, I'm like, oh my God, I wish Boston were tomorrow. Again, I feel like now that I've had this revelation that my hill training was non-existent and that that does not fly for the Boston Marathon, I'm actually going to put in the work next year to do some downhill strides, do some downhill training, maybe even throw in the stair stepper. And I've also been kind of toying with the idea of potentially hiring a coach. So I'll obviously keep you posted on that and how that ends up working out for me. Oh my God, this has been the most unproductive day of all time. I don't know if it's just me or if everyone gets like this following their goal race, but I just have such a difficult time concentrating on literally anything when I'm recovering from marathons. So yeah, I basically feel like I kind of did nothing today, even though I had a full day of work, but my brain was like bopping around in a million places. So this first week back was really about getting back into my routine and trying to set myself up physically and mentally to recover from the race. Okay, I'm also literally obsessed how I'm able to take so many unique POV and overhead shots like this while I'm cooking with the Insta360 GO Ultra. It really helped me be able to capture all of this lifestyle footage so seamlessly while not having to worry so much about filming and setting up the perfect shot. You can literally just attach the little magnet wherever and just go. So that was incredibly helpful this week. About to head for my first run since the Boston Marathon, and we have Calvin supporting on the bike. I procrastinated this run for way too long, so it's actually kind of hot out now, but we're gonna get going. I'm gonna take you guys along with me through the pain of your first run back post-marathon. So I'm not as sore as I thought I would be. Last year, I remember doing this run, and I was like, why did I decide to start running so soon? But then the next day, I felt a lot better. But this time around, I feel pretty good. Maybe my glutes are a little sore, but I'm just taking the pace super easy. Okay, so I started out that run by saying that it wasn't going to be painful, and I would like to clarify that it was definitely painful. The first run back is always so hard. So my legs are definitely tight and I'm feeling it. Weeks 2 and 3 were literally like Groundhog Day, just trying to get back into the swing of my work routine while slowly getting back into running. I never really put any pressure on myself to run after marathons, but I do enjoy it so much, and we were actually going through kind of an insanely stressful period with trying to figure out housing immediately following the race. So even though my body was attempting to recover from the effort of the marathon, I feel like my nervous system was kind of shutting down and causing extreme physical distress that I could feel really throughout my mind and body that ultimately I feel like really slowed down my recovery. It was basically just like 2 weeks straight of me running off to a bunch of different open houses while trying to manage work and not knowing what we were going to be doing and where we were going to be living in 3 months' time. Thankfully, we did end up figuring it all out, but it was definitely super stressful and not the kind of mental recovery that I was looking for after a marathon. But I was honestly so grateful that the Go Ultra helped make this recovery vlog so easy to capture, so I didn't have to have that extra added pressure of worrying about setting up a bunch of perfect day in the life shots while everything felt like it was falling apart around me. So this was really helpful to just have a little camera to just run and go. By week 4 following the Boston Marathon, I was finally starting to get back into my groove and feel good throughout my body. But it really took a good 4 full weeks of recovery and only easy running to even feel remotely like myself again. Our housing situation was also still in its peak phase of stress, and we actually dashed off to Switzerland for a wedding and vacation, which was so beautiful and so nice, and it really helped me relax. And I did still run every single day of the trip, keeping everything easy especially since I was coming off from the Florida flatlands and then throwing a bunch of extreme hills at my body. So if you are interested in learning how to balance running with vacation, I'm going to link a video that I did a few months ago up above. So by the time that we finally did end up getting back from the trip, our housing situation was mostly sorted, and I feel like I was finally able to take a step back and relax and get back into my routine. But I feel like that's kind of the thing with running, life, and just setting ambitious goals for yourself. And in my case, in the Boston Marathon, where I fell a little short, it's like something is always going to happen that's going to come your way. It's going to derail your plan. And it's about whether you can weather the storm and keep committing to your goals because you believe in them and in yourself. And it's also about taking that proper recovery time. Even if you feel like you didn't really deserve it or you fell short of your goal, you still need to mentally and physically recover so you can come at it again. And so that's exactly what I did. So anyway, this concludes today's marathon recovery vlog. And don't forget to use the code jujurunsit for 20% off your Insta360 GO Ultra if you are interested in getting some incredible footage like I was able to capture all throughout this video. So thanks again for being here, and I'll see you guys in my next video.